You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Great. I love it. Also, dude, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with me the way that I am. But it is like, I would so much, and our listeners are very kind, and they're like,
it's beneficial. So if you were like super wrong, but you're right.
I don't know,
it's okay.
but I'm not, because like no one can hear the difference. And
I'm just hot.
So
that's all it is. I can be hot for a little while.
I appreciate it very much.
And we started the show, right?
Yeah, it is recording. But you heard how good that sounded, though,
It did
right?
sound good.
I mean, really good.
It did.
I don't know. Here's a fear of mine. I got to be real with you. It's
Hello,
like,
Internet. Go ahead. This is TADPOG. Go ahead.
You set the bar for
Let's
something.
hear Dave's fears.
You set the bar for something. You don't want to back away from that bar. You know what I mean? You want to be better.
Yeah. No,
You don't want to get worse.
You always need to keep striving to get better. No, I agree.
So that's a long way of saying that despite your very...
Sweat.
despite your encouraging words that the audio sounds fine for previous episodes, Tyler gave me the option. He's like, do you want to turn the air off? And I'm like, anytime you give me the option to turn the air off, I'd like to turn it off.
Much skinnier man, would you like me to raise the heat in this area?
I don't know about much.
You're still much skinnier than me.
I don't know about much. Guess who's wearing his big boy shorts? It's me. I put these fucking cargo shorts on today to come over to record, and it's like, oh boy. All the work that I've done, gone. Like all the work that I've done since like 5 Dragon Cons ago, gone. I'm right back to where I was, because that's when I bought these shorts. And I remember buying these shorts and being like, God damn, I'm fucking fat. So we're back. Quarantine.
I was about to say, like, God damn, I'm fucking fat. Nance said, hello, skinny and I.
Well, what's funny about that is I don't view you as fat.
Thank you.
Like at all.
You're just the way you've always been.
No, I mean
It's like when Cartman, on that episode where, like,
the beefcake episode.
he got really fat.
Yeah,
like,
beefcake.
and then went back to regular, like, super fat.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, you look great.
Yeah. I think that your weight fits your frame very well.
My body fights. My body fights being under 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, that is not what I'm meant to be.
Well, you've got you're a broad dude, and I don't mean that in like a shitty way. It's just you are a broad dude.
I've come to terms that I'm a dwarf.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being a dwarf. I mean, you are a dwarf. Like, as far as like D&D, like,
I mean, I had a half elf template in like early college, but like I can't maintain that. I can't maintain 145 pounds with a patchy beard. No, I can't do it.
Yeah,
Can't
that is tough.
Back when I had hair on top of my head, a thinner beard, and I was 145 pounds.
Yeah,
the skinniest I've ever been adult.
Yeah, no, that's thin, dude.
So like to the point where like
thin.
Yeah, like everybody was like, no, you're too skinny.
I hate that. Like when I got down to like what I wanted to be,
No.
I hated hearing that so much. And it's kind of the point where it's like, it's tough because it's like, it's hard to maintain that weight. You know what I mean?
It's not enjoyable.
And then to hear people be like, man, you look sick, dude. Man. It's like, and like, give me any reason to eat the shitty food that I want to eat. You know what I mean? And then it's like, all it took was a pandemic, and I'm sitting at home all the time.
To be fair, all it took is a pandemic is a pretty good excuse.
All it took was a pandemic and a pantry stocked with Chex Mix bold flavor.
All it took was the global death of hundreds of thousands of people.
It's true. When you put it in perspective like that, it's
For
very
every
true.
death, I can eat a Cocoa Puff.
But I'm also not one of the people who's like, fucking open up the gyms. I'm like, fucking keep those closed so I don't have to go.
So everybody be like that. It's fine.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's going to have the COVID-19.
Keep them closed. Get back into your 5 years ago shorts with me. Man, these are tight too. I put them on and it's like, fuck, man. It's like cutting off my circulation.
That's why you want to turn the AC off.
Why?
Sweat this
sweat
shit
it
out.
Yeah, man.
At Alexandria, I got down to 175. Or post Alexandria, around the time I moved back at the end of Alexandria, I was 175. I could barely fit into my Mount Everest shirt that I wanted to get back into. Then I realized
that you got from climbing Mount Everest,
right?
Which is how you lost that weight.
Here's a purple and lavender pearl button up American Eagle slim fit shirt. Thank you for climbing Mount Everest. That you got from a yard sale for $5.
Nice, fine.
Retailed for like $45.
Yeah,
so here you go.
Sure, man. That's good.
So like I wanted to get back into
that guy
one.
climbed Mount Everest.
Yeah.
That's how
I took it off his frozen dead body.
Right. That's how you get ahead in life.
So, but once I realized like what I was going to have to do to maintain that, because my body does not want to be, because I was running 4 miles a day.
Yeah.
And doing an hour of P90X and then running 4 miles.
Sure.
Like,
yeah. I remember when you were doing
I'm not gonna do
P90X
that shit.
hardcore. Man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're not doing that shit anymore because, man, every week I remember you tried to rope me into something. And it's like, I don't want to do that. It's like, Tyler.
You even told me that's what my dad used to do. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. But I mean, it's like, dude, I appreciate you. You realize that it's like, this guy doesn't like who he is. I'm going to try to fix that. Not through hard work.
Give me a pill and I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, give me a pill. It'd be great.
But yeah, hello internet. This is TADPOG.
Yeah.
You got a little insight into Tyler and Dave. We play old games
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Spoilers. I don't think there's gonna be much fucking game talk. On this
No,
episode.
not at all. Not at all. Because
despite the fact that we're covering 3 games, I don't think there's gonna be much game talk.
Well, because I watched you play it on. I had a busy work weekend. I had to work. I do a lot of paperwork Saturday. I had to work on Sunday. So when I got back, I caught up on more paperwork and I watched you play Jeopardy. And then like I turned it on and I was like, there's really no point in me doing this. I watched Dave and that is all this game is.
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty much.
I will have a worse experience because it's just me playing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, thanks for dropping in to the to Twitch.
I watched
stream.
for like an hour before like I finished my work and then like, okay, now I will say something.
Yeah. Well, dude, like honestly, like a lot of the games, like the game that we're talking about today, which our Dark Lord, the randomizer, selected for us on this show, where we each week play a random Super Nintendo game. Mm-hmm. Last week, the randomizer selected for us, I believe, Jeopardy Deluxe Edition, or was it just regular Jeopardy?
I think it was regular Jeopardy.
I can't remember. But there are 3 Jeopardy games for the Super Nintendo. So we're just going to go ahead and talk about all of them on this episode because they are fucking identical, except for the questions, pretty much.
There's no reason. I know in the Jeopardy that we played, there are 1,040 questions. I made sure to go.
What do you mean
look.
in the Jeopardy that we played?
In the Jeopardy that you played, the regular Jeopardy,
regular
Super Nintendo.
There's how many?
1,040.
1,040 total questions.
Total questions.
So let's do the math on that. How many categories are there per round of Jeopardy? Like 6?
Yes, I think so.
I think there's 6, and there's 5 questions per category. So you got 30 questions per round.
Yeah, that's what
60
I thought.
questions per game. And
There are 208 categories consisting of 5 questions each.
Okay.
Programmed into the game.
So, which sounds like a lot, but it's not fucking enough. That's not enough.
Yeah, go
That is
through.
not enough.
You play that with several friends. Like, yeah,
No.
you're gonna burn through that.
I played Deluxe Edition, and I played all 3 of the games. So there's Jeopardy. There's a weird format for this one. What we're doing.
well, let's talk about something else first. Then let's do that.
All right.
I'm your beard host, Tyler.
Man, I'm just ready to get in. Let's get the 5 minutes of Jeopardy
But to
over.
say we could, then we can take calls and do whatever the fuck else we want because there's not much shit to talk about.
We'll find something. We'll find something. We can talk about game shows for an hour if you want.
That's true.
I'm
That's
happy
all
to
right.
do Family Feud or Family Feud
Feud
episode
Part
again.
2.
Yeah. That's what we'll name this episode. Family Feud Part 2, parentheses, Jeopardy, SNES.
So you briefly mentioned that Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins reset his day since he shit himself clock.
I just saw that on Discord. I'm not so like he didn't give me permission to talk about that, but I'm assuming.
No, I'm talking about it. You're not. I'm talking about it.
But I mean, he did post it on our Discord, so that's public information
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
I don't know how that works, but probably
That's fine. Yeah, I'm a Discord lawyer, and it's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna pull a Zuckerberg and be like, "No, man, you posted that on our Discord server, so we get to talk about it."
Well, it just makes me think. So you should. The shit yourself clock. When was the last time that yours reset?
I have no idea. I can't remember the last time I shit myself. Oh, yes, I can. When I was living with John Turley, with Nikki in John Turley's spare bedroom, and it was after I ate all those chicken nuggets that you bought from Chick-fil-A, that platter, right?
Yep.
That sat out overnight after the big finale of one of your D&D games, and then the next morning I decided to eat about like 20 of them.
I would have done the same thing.
And then got home exhausted because I was up all night.
Yep. As we tend to do, final sessions are like 17 hours.
As we tended to do. End of statement. I feel like. But yeah, absolutely. For the finales, those were big deals. You knew they were big deals because you bought a fucking Chick-fil-A platter.
Yep.
That shit was catered.
From Paducah and drove with it to Murray.
I think it was a cookie cake too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big deal. Yeah, I ate all of those in the morning and then got home, went to bed, shit the bed, shit everywhere. Got very, very sick, very sick. And that was the moment, I've said this on the show before, shit in the bed, liquid shit in the bed with Nikki in the bed. I felt horrible, like ill. She cleaned it up and it was definitely like, while I writhed in pain, and it was definitely one of those moments where it's like, I have to marry her. Like, it's just like, that's it. That's it.
That ring is shit around your leg. That's an engagement ring.
Until death do we part. You cleaned up so much of my poo. It's in the Bible. If a woman cleans up X amount of poo, you gotta marry them.
When a woman doth clean her rapist shit, she must then marry thy man.
Well, I'm sorry. What?
That's one of the fucked up things in the Bible, that a woman has to marry a rapist. There's lots of weird shit in there. Lots of really terrible shit.
I just want to confirm that you did not just call me a rapist.
No.
Okay, fantastic.
I was just quoting the Bible. Since you said the Bible, there is a passage about that in the Bible.
I see. So that was a joke about the writers.
I mean, you did sort of rape her with shit.
So that was more a joke.
She didn't consent to being shit on in bed.
That was more a joke of the writers of the Bible being rapists and not necessarily anybody else.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. Like they're writing it and they're like, we got to make sure we get away with this shit forever. And there concludes the rape segment of the show. I hope you enjoyed that. Just for the record, neither of us condone rape like the Bible does.
Right. Correct.
So let's start this podcast over.
I don't know how experienced Guy feels about it. They have not announced it yet. So I'm waiting for that segment for them to come out against it.
Yeah. So far we have fallen. From 2 episodes ago, we were talking about spiking a mice on the concrete. Going back to Phil.
Yeah, but we were apart from each other. Now we're together again, face to face, for the first time in 2 weeks.
Face to face. Not cam to cam.
No BB. No baby.
Which is a thing that cam girls do. Cam to cam.
Cam to cam.
Which I do not get the appeal of that.
I've never, even
at all.
in my heyday when I did enjoy cams, like I never did it. I don't.
Why would you do it? If somebody can tell me why, maybe keep it to yourself, but also maybe tell me, because I am really curious. It's all about like, what is it about?
Either I want to show off my big dick or I want to show off my little dick.
Yeah. What about us? What about us average guys? What about us? No cam, please.
No, you have wives. That's your place.
I don't know. Anytime I've ever, because like Pornhub is like straight up like nonstop. It feels like, hey, we got this shit live too. If you want to see something a lot less interesting, you can click on it and pay for it. And it's like, I don't know that I necessarily want to do that.
If you're really desperate for some loose form of human interaction, we got this over here.
I guess that's probably it. Yeah. I've done it once, and it was fairly recently, just because it was like, I can't remember what it was.
What's this shit all about?
I mean, look, I've lurked before, right? And it's been like, this is whatever. And I got like
and when I say my heyday, it basically was lurking until I was ready to go to Pornhub and actually jerk off.
yeah, well, no, that's the way you run one in a tab.
Let's see if we get a free titty.
Yeah, right,
and
exactly.
Then I'm going to go back to the real shit.
Yeah, and it's like, wow, what a weird episode. So I got like a free credit or something. I can't remember what from. And I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll go to the thing and like do the thing. Turns out everything's fucking scammy. And I knew it would be, which is why I did not. It's one of the reasons I did not enjoy the experience at all.
Yeah.
Because in the back of my mind, like she's doing her thing. And it's like, it took I never said anything. Because it's like, well, if I talk to her, that's weird. Because it's like,
Isn't that cheating?
Right, yeah.
If I don't talk to her.
Yeah. Turns out it's not as fun when you're doing like morality problems in your head as it's going on. I left, came back because I was like, it doesn't feel right and it's not really doing anything for me. So I left, and then it's like I left and it's like,
was that rude?
No.
I guess I should say like, by the way, I'm leaving.
No. Oh, no. I already decided I'm not saying a fucking word.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm saying a fucking word. So I left. And what got me back was I was like, am I being charged for this? Like,
did I make sure I X'd out? Okay,
right. Yeah, exactly. And I go back.
I better restart my computer.
Essentially, pull the Ethernet cable. Because I had no idea. Like, and it's like, so meanwhile, this show is going on that I am no longer invested in or interested in whatsoever. She's doing, I don't know, honestly some boring shit. I mean, it is like, I remember when
if it were a video on Pornhub, you give it a thumbs down.
I would just skip it. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot for me to give a thing a thumbs down. Like, it has to be like, I need to let Pornhub know to never show me a thing like this ever again. You know? If it's just boring content, maybe there's something in it that'll be like, oh, okay.
It's not me somebody's thing.
Right. I don't want to shit on it. Like,
two French girls smoking and pissing. That's not my thing. It might be somebody's.
Right. Exactly.
And
it might be mine one day. I don't know. After a friend on the show tells me about it. But so yeah, like this show is going on in a tab. Meanwhile, I've got another tab up, like trying to search for like the fucking terms and conditions of like their site, the cam site, and it's like, I don't fucking know. They don't say in here. So I just closed it. I was like, I guess I'll just let it wash over me. And like, just whatever happens. And then I was billed $40.
Wow.
So, but that was like a few days later because like, I remember afterwards being like, all right, everything worked out. And then like, they've got it timed perfectly where it's like, oh no, it was $40.
Damn. Ugh. It makes me a little sick.
I don't even know that. I'm assuming that's a bad deal. I don't know.
$40. I don't know. That's like whenever you and Brandon and I went to that strip club.
Yeah.
You guys go out to smoke. I'm there by myself, and that's when like the stripper finally wears me down. I'm like, oh, there's no one here. Okay, well, and I go back and sit in like a school chair while the clammiest stripper in the world gives me a lap dance for $40. It is exactly the kind of school chair you'd sit in at school. Like it was too small.
She shows up.
They were all in a circle in the back. Like
she
no
shows up with a brown bag full of snack packs. Sets them down.
That might have been worth it. But no, clearly she had worked there all day because she was like super clammy. It was not hot. The whole time I was like, man, I could have bought a season of Naruto for this.
Yeah.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah. I mean, look, I chalked it up as that was an experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I chalked it up as that was an experience. And it's like, fucking no one say anything. All right. We're all fucking friends here, right?
Yep.
Don't fucking ruin a good thing for me. But it was also like one of those where it's like, I mean, Nikki and I have talked about like checking them out together, you know?
I feel like that would be a totally different experience.
And it's like, it would but I can't get over that. I'll be honest with you. When I was watching it, I literally, like, I remember thinking, because I do not know how much this is, I will never be able to enjoy this.
Yeah, I guess that's part of the thing, isn't it? Because you don't exactly know. There's no timer.
And they know that people like me aren't going to be like, excuse me, how much is this session going to be?
You probably know, right?
And it's like, and then I'm in a situation where it's like, well, then I just gotta take their word for it. You know what I mean? And it's like not to you know, be shitty about it. But what I want is I want the site to be like, this is how much it's gonna be. Don't worry about it. That's how much it's gonna be.
Yep.
Do what you want to do.
But it's gotta be a little scammy. So yeah, there's that.
And maybe there's an allure to that. You know what I mean? Or maybe
Financial domination is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe their target demo doesn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that I'm probably not in their primary target.
Yeah. Yeah. As a married man with the sex life you're happy with, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I mean, look, do a little adventuring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not much, a little. Well, yeah. So that was my experience, and that happened a long time ago. I was just sitting on that, waiting for a Jeopardy episode.
Well, the last time I shit myself,
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I remember it was 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember I was super sick. I got super sick.
See, we're both sick in our stories.
Yeah. Only like I'm in bed feeling awful and I sneezed.
Oh,
But when I sneeze, I just shit
it just came
everywhere.
out. Like in Castle Crashers when the deer get
Across the
scared and shit
screen.
themselves. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the time before that was whenever I was in college and I got like some 24-hour bug and I was just throwing up like crazy. I get in the car and I have to open the car door and start throwing up at the car door on the way to the hospital.
Oh God.
Until like I have to turn and I'm shitting. I have to go back in the house with my shitty pants throwing up.
Yeah. That's no good. Outside of being sick, can you recall like what is the most recent time that you've shit yourself? This is not a lie.
Outside of being sick.
I cannot remember. I honestly cannot remember.
It had to be, I remember it had to be trying to trust a fart, like back when I lived with my parents.
Right.
Like when I lived beside Brandon. Like
So
that
high school.
long ago. Yeah.
That's the last time I remember. Wow, this is a weird fucking episode.
No.
You're learning a lot about me that I don't want anybody spreading around. You know what I mean? But it's like, that's the last time I remember wetting the bed. It's fucking high school. And that scared the shit out of me because it wasn't like a regular thing, but it was like, oh my God. Like it was one of those where it's like, what the fuck? Like this is like, what is wrong with like what underlying mental, like, you know, what is going on? I think it just turned out I fucking had to pee and I was asleep. And I had one of those dreams where you fucking
Dreams
pee.
that you were pissing?
I hate those fucking
See, that's
dreams.
what I did. That's the last time I pissed myself was in college. I had that dream. I was peeing in the toilet, and I come to like having soaked my body pillow, and I had to get up and walk. That's when I lived with Josh, and I walked through just like with a soggy body pillow, like piss the bed.
Need a new waifu. This Nekapara now is soiled. No, that makes me feel better, dude. Because it's like those fucking. I remember the sheer just like. What do I do with this bedding? I'm not going to fucking tell my parents what happened. Like, that's fucking right out. That's not the kind of relationship I've got with my parents. I definitely have the hide it relationship with my parents, which I hope Henry doesn't have with me, but ultimately I know that he will.
Hide it so you don't like bedding anymore.
Right. Like, I mean, like, I didn't know how to
You like the feel of bare mattress on your skin.
right? Like I didn't know how to do laundry in high school, but fuck, all of a sudden I need to figure it out right the fuck now. So I'm like putting it in the fucking washer, running it. It all worked out. I'm sure they knew, but they never said anything.
Yeah. All right.
But those dreams where you're peeing, man,
Those suck.
now as an adult, it's weird because it's like now if I have a dream that I'm peeing, it's like anytime I feel like I'm having the sensation of peeing, it's like my body does this like diagnostic check where it's like all checking all systems, brain, eyes closed, wake up. And it's like I wake up. The most impressive erection ever.
Yeah.
And
I got a piss boner.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it's like a shame to waste it. But at the same time, it's like you can't do anything else.
use it.
Right.
Unless you're into like a piss enema.
Those are the best. Piss enemas. I haven't had a good piss enema in a minute. But man, it's insane. Like, yeah. That's just like the damned if you do, damned if you don't of your body. Because you are blessed with the just the best the best fucking erections in that situation, and then just can't do anything about it. It's like a kickstand. You're trying to roll in bed, and
See,
it's just like,
I
nope.
remember reading, there was some, like, it was like a couple subreddit. I remember reading about, like, somebody made a joke about, you know, how do you get pregnant? No, you pee in a girl's butt.
Of science.
But then somebody goes off like, have you ever actually peed in a girl's butt? And I remember the whole thread was then like, yes, it's amazing, but you better, as soon as you're done, pull out because she's going to have a crazy enema effect almost immediately.
I guess that begs the question, how much urine can one butt hold? Probably not a lot.
All right.
I don't know.
So when we post this episode, go ahead and reply with just the liters of piss you can fit in your butt.
Liters, interesting.
Liters.
Because we're going medical?
Right.
All right.
All right. This is a very medical question.
Right, yeah, no, it totally is. I wonder if there's somebody we could call right now and ask who would have the answer. Unfortunately, I don't have Impresario Tony's number.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he'd be the only one.
He is the only one I can think of.
Who do we
offhand.
think has ever had pee in their butt or peed in a butt?
No, it's not that. I just feel like he'd have like a really good ballpark because it's like he's probably like pulled apart
How
a
much?
human butthole at some point for work, you know? And like could like I remember that and then be like, probably like a liter, 1 liter. That's my guess.
Yeah, max.
2 liters is out of the question. That's a lot.
It's true.
Do you remember the 3 liter colas? I don't know if they
No.
exist at the store anymore. I remember at Target they used to have 3 liter.
No fridge will fit this. Here you go.
Yeah. And we weren't a soda family either. We were a sweet tea family. We've talked about this before. Which is worse. The sweet tea was way worse than the
I was
soda.
about to say, yeah.
So much more sugar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I think we pretty much always had sweet tea. I can't think of, and caffeine-free Diet Right. That was always in the fridge.
That sucks.
Milk, sweet tea, caffeine-free Diet Right.
I mean, if you're drinking
orange juice.
caffeine-free Diet Right, you might as well have water.
Just drink water.
Yeah.
Just drink water.
You're
It
not-
tastes bad.
yeah,
Just drink
it
water.
tastes-
There's
and
no
look,
point to it.
I love the RC family of products, which I know Diet Right is under that umbrella, but caffeinated Diet Right is fine. It's okay. Not preferable.
Yeah.
Definitely shit tea. When I say fine, I mean it's passable. It's serviceable.
Yeah.
But caffeine free,
It's a D-rank Guinea of the soda family,
You're
but it's
right.
still a Guinea.
but like, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Tell me, is there a taste difference between like something that's caffeine free and something that has caffeine in it? I feel like there is, but
I'm trying to think. Because I've had caffeine-free Coke. Caffeine-free Diet Coke and Diet Coke, regular, or caffeine-free, I've done Diet Dr. Pepper and regular Dr. Pepper. Or Diet Dr. Pepper.
is there caffeine free Diet Dr. Pepper?
yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't remember there being much of a taste difference.
Yeah. Maybe it's because every time I have something that's caffeine free, it's something that, in combination with that, it's something that I'm already not used to drinking. Like caffeine free Diet Pepsi. I fucking never drink Diet Pepsi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like when I drink it, it's like, fuck, man, what is this?
Yep.
Oh, it's caffeine free Diet Pepsi. But gone. No good. Not a fan.
Well, we've talked about shit and porn.
I'm Dave. Yeah. Yeah. And hope you enjoyed that Cam story. It's the only one you're going to hear.
Yeah, unless you want to give Dave $40 for another one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, even then, no, let me run it through. Let me run it up the flagpole.
Or $80 so he and Nikki can have a
Our
story
own
to tell together.
separate sessions.
Yes.
And then we get together. What would yours do?
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. And like going back to that, man, they really try to get you to talk to them. Like they really do. And it's like, nope. I'm thinking to myself, nope, I already fucking decided. Because it's like the side of me, like I've got multiple facets. Like we all do, right? Parts of a personality. Horny for me takes up a pretty big segment.
You're basically a quarter. Half of it is horny.
Yeah.
I've got all the facets of a quarter.
Well, I don't know. Let's hear me out. Horny is a big segment. It's a huge segment, which I am honestly, weirdly enough to say, the older I get, I see that shrinking. I do see that segment shrinking, which is weird.
Yep.
That is a weird thing to be like, Wait, hold up. This is a big segment. Hold up. I don't know what I've already given up smoking. I don't know what I'm going to do if I'm not horny.
Well, I'm with you. Like, it's also a very big segment for me, but at the same time, like, I have to work and go to bed earlier than I ever have.
Yeah.
So I know that is certainly a big part of it.
And the heat right now that you're suffering recording this isn't helping either.
Right.
It just makes me horny.
I do not.
Yeah, I get home and I'm like, fuck, man.
Got the hot hornies.
God, I'm all like...
Speaking of getting horny.
Feel like I've been working.
Here's my wife.
Doing man shit. Hey, Melissa.
Thank you, love.
We're talking
about how horny we are as we get older. Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'm good.
You're good? We'd love to have you. It's good to see you.
Would you close that door, please, dear? Thank you.
She bring you some medicines?
She did. I forgot to stop and get that on my way home.
Oh, that was nice.
So she was very nice to get it for me.
That was super nice. Yeah, the horniness. Like that is like a big part of my personality, right? Which is weird. Feels weird to say. I feel like that's probably a lot of men, though.
Yeah.
And, I see it getting smaller. But another part of my personality, which I'm finding out is getting bigger, and that is the cheap side, because it was definitely like when she was when the worker, when the model was I got Jeff Goldblum there. I don't know why. When she was like trying to talk,
when the model,
when she's like talking and shit, right? And it's like I'm thinking in my mind, it's like, nah, man, if I talk to her, I'm on the fucking hook, man. I'm on the hook. And it's like, if I'm a ghost and look up terms of service while this happens, I ain't on the hook for anything. There's no human connection. I don't want that.
How many did you look through before you found one like, okay, all right, I'll spend my credit on this one?
It was pretty fast.
Yeah.
But it was because I thought I had it, and it was like, if I knew going in, this is going to be $40 fucking, then, and like, that's...
This choosy kid would have chosen Jeff, so...
Right, yeah. I mean, I would have gone... See, and the way they get around the free credit thing is that it's only good up to like a certain amount. And then after that, it rolls. So that means that experience would have been more than $40. That ain't fucking... Look, that ain't fucking worth it. Like, it's just not fucking worth it.
No.
Maybe if I'm a much... either younger man or a much wealthier man. You know what I mean?
Much wealthier and lonelier.
Yeah, I mean, for real. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not judging. It's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, that very well, I'm sure, works for people.
That's your thing, yeah.
And I'm not saying I would never do it again, but I mean, it would be under different circumstances for sure. Like circumstances where I might be able to enjoy it. But no, it didn't take long at all. I mean, it was just like, clicking through, because like they give you suggestions. Like when you're just browsing regular clips and shit, that's like they're fucking like, it's diabolical. The ads at the bottom are like, and they pulling it from
here's a real girl you might like.
Yeah, they're pulling it from
this porn.
Yeah, they're pulling it from your taste profile. So it's like they'll give you like 5 mugshots essentially, and it's like, hey man, chat with one of these women, and it's like, I don't want to chat, but I will. Tyler style, click on it, maybe see free titty every now and then.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know how I'm sorry I steered it back to that.
It's okay. Do you hear that?
I do hear that. Which of course it sounds like the ting and then like coins.
Hi BB. Hi BB. Hi BB. Hi BB.
That's what it sounds like.
Where you from? Nice place.
Well,
what you age? Age.
I'm gonna keep going back to this because every time I go in a different direction, I think about. There's a little detail that I think about. The other thing I was like, I'm not gonna talk to her because it's like, I don't know who's fucking typing messages. First of all, don't type messages. Say it. And the reason she's typing is because she doesn't speak English. Like, for sure. That's what's going on. So it's like, what that's telling me is when she's typing on the keyboard, that ain't fucking her typing on the keyboard either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like when you get the comedy cut of like...
That's her boss from the place that has the filming equipment.
Oh, yeah. And it is definitely a setup like that. It is essentially was like a studio, like a multi like thing, which at the time I didn't know existed. But yeah, I mean, you could see like in the frame... on the left side of the frame, I can see someone else working. Every now and then I'd see hair flip up or something. And it's like, oh, wow, this is like an operation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then that made me feel weird because it's like, what kind of, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of life does this person, you know
How
what I
much
mean?
you
Like,
bring her over? I saw hair.
well, would it be like,
Can she see my dick?
no, I don't.
It is very
no.
small.
Look, we talk about like,
Tell me how small it is.
like if I ain't fucking chatting, I'm sure as fuck not showing my dick. I don't want, and that's also like a thing like, welcome to the rabbit hole. That's like also a thing like on like NSFW subreddits is like let me tell you, this is I don't know if I want to share this information because I want the purity of this community to remain intact. There is a subreddit. I don't know. Maybe look, if you go and visit and check out, just lurk. Just lurk. That's all I ask. Okay? I don't know if everybody there.
I mean, I'm banned from commenting on our pussy because of
right,
getting my
because of
account
your
hacked, so
hijacking. Yeah. That you weren't able to sort that out. You didn't like
I found
take it up with the president of
I
our
didn't
pussy.
go in like to the admins like, excuse me, I was hacked. No, I'm okay with not being able to comment on our pussy. I'll just bear that cross.
I mean, let's be honest. As far as NSFW subreddits go, I mean, pretty tame. I don't know. I've never been there, but I just assume because it's like that's like when you're 12 and you're like going to the internet and you're like boobs.
Yep.
You got to dig a little bit to get the good
it's not
stuff.
like gaping pussy tattoos.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
pussy.
Right. Yeah, you got the good. Yeah, yeah. I think you can tell somebody's age by like what they search for, like porn wise. Because like if it's boobs, you kind of get an idea where it's like this person lives at home.
Like I remember Melissa going to her cousin's house, and we were all over there watching movies. And I went over to the computer, and I was like, I'm going to check the search history because they were all just over here. What's on the search history? Okay. www.dicks.com, sex.com,
Right.
penis.com.
This all checks out. This all makes sense because these people haven't had the fucking life experiences to know like what they want.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But the subreddit is, and
Granted, now I think if our cousin were to actually get on, she'd probably still look at dicks.com.
oh, I see. Well, I mean, you know, it's different strokes for different folks, I guess. But it's like, okay, so, I might be getting the name of the subreddit wrong because I don't frequent it. I just subscribe to it. So every now and then it just shows up in my feed. But essentially it's r/camgirl problems, I think is what it's called. And boy, that is an interesting ass subreddit because you get like, it's just interesting to see like the different personalities involved. Like it's it's very interesting. And there's also like tips. And it's like it's
Cam girls giving each other tips?
Yes. And like tips on like
But see, is it a bunch of guys just complaining about their cam girl?
unless it's a bunch of guys pretending, then I don't think so. But I mean, it's because there's probably a lot of people like me who are just like, I stumbled upon it. I don't even remember how I did, but I was like, yeah, this is interesting. Subscribe, you know, because it's like, I'm curious, like, what the fuck is that like? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, this goes back to the show, the $40 show, where I was like, I wanted to know. Like, I wanted to know how, like, when I could tell that it was in some kind of like warehouse, like a factory, a cam girl factory, you know? I wanted to know, like, how much money do you pull in? Like, how much of this money do you get? Because I'll be honest, if you get all of it, you don't need to work here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or you'd be doing it on your own, I would think, you know? So, I don't know. That's some of my favorite stuff right now is, sorry to like totally
I don't
go
know,
on
man. What are we going to talk about? Jeopardy? No, go
this
ahead.
porn wave.
People who like Jeopardy are also interested in shit stories and porn stories, so we're good.
It's a thin Venn diagram segment.
This is what I call Jeopardy.
Yeah. But there's like some of my favorite shit is like stuff that is creator produced and it's like couples that it's just like they just I'm sure it's not their main source of income, but I mean it's like a fucking hobby that pays.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, man. I think some of that stuff is like It's the best stuff. And it's like, because the people, first of all, fucking care about each other. You know what I mean? And you don't have like a director or any, it's, I don't know. I just think that is kind of where I've nestled.
I was actually talking to Melissa about this the other day, about how, like, I don't think a lot of people are really.
You guys should do it. You guys should do it. Stop right there. You guys should do it. I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
I don't think as many people today are interested in the overproduced stuff.
I think you're right. But I think it's just that pendulum.
The vivid video, Jenna Jameson shit of yesteryear, I don't think that's appealing.
I agree.
As much as it was.
I honestly think it's that pendulum. I think it's like one of those situations where it's like a lot of like teenage boys probably don't want to look at the porn that their dads looked at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like I remember being 16 and being like, no, I don't, like, I want something very different. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, fake is great. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's like now, because I didn't mature, I'm with the youth, and it's like, no, man, if it like,
I want to see a connection.
Yeah, well, yeah, and can you shoot it on something worse than an iPhone 11? You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. There's just something about. There's also something about the hunt.
I want the tracking numbers and the date in the corner.
Yeah, totally, totally. And it's like you can tell when they add them, and it's like not the same. So I don't know. It's weird. It's definitely weird. But
I feel like I want to plug that show Dave's Old Porn.
Yeah, with Dave Attell.
That was so good.
One of my favorite.
So good.
One of my favorite fucking comedians.
Yep.
That is a great show. It's an amazing show. Anything Dave Attell does, I think is great.
It's too short-lived. There might be only like 8 episodes of it or something.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like most of his stuff is. I don't know how long Insomniac ran. I loved Insomniac. Mm-hmm. That's how I got introduced to Dave Attell. Yeah. And then listened to Skanks for the Memories, which was fantastic.
Like top 10 albums I've ever listened
Fantastic
to.
comedy album. It's amazing. I'm still really glad that I got to see him live with Laud Dennis. That was really cool.
That is pretty amazing.
I would do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like he was really good. Anyway, yeah, of course I hear that. Sound of ting chime, and then coins, and then something vibrating in the distance, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Jeopardy! You ever wonder why it has an exclamation mark at the end of it?
Yeah.
Do you know that we should look that up?
Yeah, why?
Why does Jeopardy have an exclamation mark at the end of it? So are you familiar with the game show Jeopardy?
Am I?
Yeah.
No, I love Jeopardy.
Okay, so you know all about it, and
Yeah.
probably everyone listening does, right?
Yeah.
In case you don't live in the United States, that's probably the only. Even if you live outside of the United States, you probably know what
play a
Jeopardy
version
is.
of it,
yeah. It is an American media franchise that began with a television quiz show created by Merv Griffin, in which contestants are presented with clues in the form of answers and must phrase their responses in the form of a question. Mm-hmm. Over the years, the show has expanded its brand beyond television and been licensed into products of various formats, of which we are going to talk about 3 of those licensed products. What year do you think, before we get into that, what year do you think Jeopardy started?
78?
1978.
I feel like Alex Trebek is the only host they've ever had.
Jeopardy. Various iterations since 1964. Current syndicated version since 1984. I would not have guessed that far back. I really, when you said 70, like when you said 70s, I was like, man, really? But yeah, it's even older than that.
And of course, Alex Trebek is in. I feel like he has colon cancer. He's in poor health, and he's finally, retired, done with it.
Is he not doing it anymore?
I don't believe so.
Who's hosting currently?
No one.
It's just not on.
Yeah, it's just not on right now.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's America's favorite quiz show. I don't know if you knew that or not.
It was on Groundhog Day, of course.
Yeah, and it was in Cheers. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember
when Cliff Clavin goes on Cheers, or goes on. Remember when Cliff Clavin goes on Cheers? It's fucking wild,
man.
They're like, I never expected Slinky Dog to show up. I think that's who John Ratzenberger voices in Toy Story, right?
Probably.
Slinky Dog. Wasn't Don Rickles? He was Potato Head, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How many other actors can we name from Toy Story?
Well, Tom Hanks is Woody.
Yeah.
Tim Allen is Buzz.
Did you know that Tom Hanks's brother, I think it's his brother, voices Tom the talking cat on Talking Tom?
No.
Yeah. I can see that your house is not plagued with Tom the talking
I
cat
don't know
like
what
mine
that
is. Oh, boy. Yeah. Maria Bamford does a voice for it, too.
Okay. I do like Maria Bamford has a voice made for children's cartoons.
Or just, voice work in general. Yeah, for sure. All right, so who else? Tim Allen. Tim the Toolman Taylor.
About to say, I can picture in my head who voices Rex. But I can't put a name to it.
I don't know. I can't help on that. I can't help on Rex. Did you know you got a friend in me?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Is Randy Newman a voice of somebody?
I mean, probably, right? All right. Well, anyway, seeing as how this isn't Jeopardy, so there are licensed properties that have sprung from Jeopardy. 3 of those were Super Nintendo games. In 1992, Game Tech released Jeopardy! Video games for the Super NES and the Genesis. These 2 games were followed up by Sports Editions and Deluxe Editions in 1994. Of the Sports Editions in particular, this is where we get into opinion, Computer Gaming World said that despite their, quote, many flaws, unquote, they exude a certain degree of charm in emulating the positive and negative aspects of the television show. And that's pretty much it, buddy.
Guess what? Regular Jeopardy was you got to pick from, you make your name, you get to pick from like 6 or 7 different people, character models.
I don't think it's even that many. But yeah, it's a handful of them for sure.
It's one clip of Alex Trebek raising his eyebrows in a semi-seductive manner.
Yeah, there is an animated GIF of Alex Trebek when he asks a question. The startup is great because it starts up just like the show did at the time in the early 90s, which it might be until it stopped. I don't know. But this is Jeopardy! And like you got the nice... You hear it, you can tell what they're saying. That's great. You see the stage, the words Jeopardy lights up. The word Jeopardy lights up, and then you play Jeopardy.
Yep. And there's a reason this can be on every single system. Like there's a Game Boy Jeopardy, Game Gear, and they're all essentially the same because it's just you have a person sort of format. You answer questions.
Yeah.
And you have a certain amount of time to type in the answers.
Yep.
It's harder
60
because
seconds.
it's very, you have to be exact. You got to know what you're spelling, which makes it harder.
Yes. If something is a lake, you need to say it's lake. I can't even remember the answer. When I streamed this, I was pretty fucking hopped up on Mystery Juice. But the question was essentially, this Asian lake is the deepest in the world. You might know that.
I don't.
It was like Lake Beacon or something like that. That's wrong, but it's something along those lines. And I got it from Twitch chat. I mean, I play this game fucking cheating. Because honestly, it's more fun that way.
It is more fun to win.
It's more fun to win, and it's like also like more fun to get other people involved and be like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buzz in. Anybody in chat, let me know what it is. Yep. And that's honestly, that's the way to play this because it is like, maybe in the early 90s, I could sit there and play this alone, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Man.
Some of those questions are very old.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like it's like trying to play the original Trivial Pursuit.
Were you there when I was doing, I think it was the deluxe edition. Were you there when I was playing that? And one of the categories was 3-letter words. Man, you saying that the questions are dated reminded me. The $500 question, the answer for 3-letter words was to swindle, deceive, or cheat. What do you think that is?
Lie.
Lie. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Is it on the board? Do you have another guess?
To swindle, deceive, 3 letters. Yeah, I don't know what else it could be.
I was like, when I saw it, I was like, rob. To rob. And then someone in chat was like, con. And I was like, oh, con. That's way better. Put in con. No, it's Jip. I was like, oh, right.
Oh, gypsies.
Right.
Let's be a little, okay.
Oh,
this
I forgot
is
about
dated.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not going to be like, I'm sure you can fucking go back to year 1 of TADPOG and remember, we had a gypsy thing.
Don't.
You remember that?
Don't do it. Our Romanian phase. Don't do it.
What we're saying is that this definitely exists in 1994's Jeopardy Deluxe Edition. But it was, I feel like I've grown as a person because it didn't even pop in my mind as a potential question. It's not because I'm stupid. It's just because I'm so advanced, man.
I was about to say, what were some of the questions that I saw? Just like mostly like really old like TV shows and trends from the 40s and 50s and shit.
Dude, the fucking like, okay, so like, I don't like trivia that much.
Well, I fucking love trivia, but I know there's a point where which I am of no use.
And you're good at trivia, which is like why like when we may or may not have been at an unnamed thing in the lost city of Atlantis, when we were given the question of like who asks versus who answers, I was like, I want to ask. I want to ask real bad. And you're like, why do you want to ask? It's because I don't want you to be mad at me if I fuck up. And your answer was essentially the same. And it's like, but fortunately, none of that came to pass. But I completely lost where I was going with that. I'm stupid, essentially, is what it boils down to. No, I don't like trivia that much. And like, I don't have the right things memorized for trivia because it's like, I feel like there are things, like if you want to be good at trivia, there are things that you need to have memorized. Capitals.
Yep.
Presidents.
Yep.
Geographic heights.
Yeah.
Deepest things, widest things, longest things.
Yep.
You need to have those memorized. It's just a bunch of like war dates. You need to have war dates memorized.
I'm awful at that.
And it's
Dates are definitely my weak point.
And sports things, which is its whole other animal.
Yeah.
Its own thing. There is one of the games that we played was Jeopardy Sports Edition, and I hated it.
Yeah,
I hated
it.
it.
Sounds awful.
I hated it very much. Chat was very good at it. Very good at it. Like they were definitely like, this game is for people, like for certain people.
This game is for the normies.
No, definitely not. Honestly, like when
for the Phil Hawkins, the Dennis Robinsons.
Yes, for sure. For like the people, like for the sports fans, believe it or not, as crazy as that is for
weird.
Sports Edition,
It's weird.
That is who this game is for because it's like they're asking questions. I knew the answer to one, and that is because I watched The Sandlot, and the answer was Babe Ruth. So I had that.
Hey, that's something.
The characters that you got to choose for that were hilarious because you could choose a baseball player, it's a dude, and they all like to let you know what they do, what sport they play. They have their equipment.
They have their instrument.
Yeah, their instrument of
their sportsman's instrument.
Yes, their instruments of competition. They have them and they're holding them. So
they have their warriors' implements.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Which, by the way, dude, I got to tell you about you saying warriors' implements. I got to tell you about this fucking tabletop RPG that is fucking cool as shit.
Jacob's. I heard you. Remember you talking about it. Jacob sent me some stuff about it too.
It's that. Yeah, Jacob is the one who turned me on to it. It's called. Let me make sure I get it right because it is Swedish. Murk Borg.
Yep.
Which translates to Dark Fort, and it is a fucking cool ass book. I bought it right, and it's like I felt like I needed to buy it because like the big thing about this book is like it is phenomenal to look at. Like, I mean, it is like it essentially takes an old school tabletop RPG rule book and kind of like makes it look more like an indie magazine or something like that. So all the tables are set up like they're pretty wildly. It's like bright yellows, bright magentas, big like bold black like brushstroke letters, and it is like so fucking raw that it is amazing. It's I believe it is Swedish, and it is set not post-apocalypse. It is fucking happening in the apocalypse.
Okay.
And it's like it opens up. I was so impressed because it like opens up all fucking flavor. It's like they don't even like get into mechanics until like, and it's a short book. They don't even get into mechanics until like 30% through. And it's like you open it up and it tells you a story about the two-headed basilisk who prophesizes the end of the world, and it was spoken to him from the god of death and despair. And all the things that this basilisk has prophesized in the past has come true. So people just take it as face value, as they should, because it is true. And then like they go on to like, they talk about the prophet who then talked to that basilisk. And then there's a page in the book that are Psalms that are set up like fucking King James Bible Psalms. And it is like the prophecies. And it like it is written in that same style too, which makes it feel like really fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I've read Revelations, you know what I mean? It's like I felt like when I was a kid, it's like fucking get to the good shit.
Yeah.
Revelations.
Dude, I'm exactly the same way.
And it's like it reads like that, and it like excites me in a way that like I remember like being a kid and reading Revelations and being like, holy shit. Like it like in that way.
Yeah.
Where it's like, on the seventh day, children between the ages of 7 days and 7 years die. They raise again, hungry for human flesh. I mean, it is like, it gets into that shit where it's just like, man, this is like, it is fucking, it's death metal, the old school tabletop RPG.
All right.
It is fucking full hilt, and it is, I'm playing it 2 Saturdays from now, and I'm fucking excited to play it. I highly recommend it. I bought it, but I mean, I bought it and then I was like, well, I don't want to wait for the book to get in. So I'm just saying you can find it if you look for it. Yeah. And it is worth looking for. It's very, very cool.
All right.
Very cool. And I've been playing Blades in the Dark too, which is also really fun.
That does sound very fun.
Blades in the Dark is very cool. Very complicated though.
Yeah.
Murk Borg, not complicated. That Murk Borg's more just like flavor, and very much like the point of that game is dread. Like it's just like, you know, probably not. It's like Call of Cthulhu sense where it's like in the book, like first page, they're like, you can name your character if you want. It's not gonna matter. Like, and like all the charts and shit where you can like randomly generate like fucking like. Just to give you like some more of the flavor, it's like, and this is again not Blades in the Dark. This is Murk Borg. There is like spell catastrophes. Like there are unclean spells, which is essentially eldritch, and then there are sacred spells, which is like divine power, like your healing stuff and stuff like that. If you fail on casting a spell from a scroll, and they can only be read from scrolls, like they are like, you don't learn magic. Like these are fucking things. These are scrolls. Like these are fucking important things. If you fuck it up, there is like there's a table that you can roll from. One of them is slowly over the course of time, your teeth fall out one by one and are replaced. Fingernails grow in their place.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it is just like, and it's like there are bombs in the game. Like when you roll for like starting equipment, you can start out with a bomb. If you go to use it, you roll a 1 or 2, you lose a hand. It's gone.
All right. Yeah.
But that's the kind of game it is, where it's just like the way to have fun is just to revel in how fucked up of a ride it's going to be. And if you make it to the end of the ride, how are you like? What shape are you going to be in?
Like?
Right, and it doesn't matter because the world is ending. You're going to die. Like this, even if you make it through the adventure, that character is going to be dead when the apocalypse happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's very, very, I'm very excited about it. It's a very, very cool looking game.
It does sound pretty badass.
Blades in the Dark is fun too, but way complex.
Yeah.
Which is like, I haven't read any of the Dresden books, which I really do want to read those.
Yeah, they're so good.
Especially now, like, I mean, years and years, you're telling me how good these are. And then I've started playing Blades in the Dark. It's like, okay, now I want to read these.
Oh, the Lies of Locke Lamora?
Yeah, and the Lies of Locke Lamora.
Okay.
Yeah, those as well. But
the Gentleman Bastard series is what it's called.
I definitely want to check it out. And it's also like has flavors of oh shit, now I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. There's 2 games essentially that are stealth games and set in like Victorian whaling towns. These are video games. Don't know. Can't think of the name of it, but no, you listening might know.
Blubberfoot.
It's Blubberfoot.
And
Pluto Nash too.
Quiet Fisherman.
But essentially, it is like it's like got elements of like Gangs of New York in it. Like the last game we played was straight up like we just did a hit on a guy who owned some turf because we needed to expand, and it's like we either expand or we fail. You know, in what we're trying to do, we're trying to bring forth. We're a cult, so we're trying to bring forth Yigendas, the great eye at the bottom of the sea. And it's like, if we don't expand, we cannot do this. So we set up a hit by like pitting 2 gangs of New York essentially against each other. And then after that, try to snipe the leader of one of those gangs.
Okay.
So I know, very, very cool. Love some RPGs, y'all. I'm looking forward to the next.
I'm ready to run another game.
Yeah.
I'm ready to run another one.
Yeah. Very cool settings. I strongly, it's a big fucking read. Like, I haven't read it all, and I'm not going to because I never intend to run a Blades in the Dark game.
Yeah.
But like, check the book out. I honestly think that you would dig it.
Okay. I'm down. But first, man, you got Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Look.
Let's bring this back down to Jeopardy. Unless you got some UO stories.
You want to? You want to? I don't look. It's Jeopardy.
We've pretty much talked about
it's
what
Jeopardy.
It is. Yeah.
Sports Edition asks sports questions. Deluxe Edition is just like Jeopardy.
It's very slow. Some questions are very old. I mean, it's from the early to mid 90s.
They fuck it up in the first game. In Jeopardy for the Super Nintendo, released in 1992. You're like, okay, it's time for Final Jeopardy. Awesome. They give you the question, and then they're like, how much would you like to wager? What the fuck? You give the category, then you wager, then everybody gets the question at the same time.
Fuck it, I'm done. Fuck it.
It's bullshit. Unless Jeopardy ran differently in 1992. I don't know. They fixed it in Deluxe Edition.
Okay.
Which they fixed that, but also took out Trebek's sensual eyebrow raise. Now it's just a static image of Trebek. Not very deluxe.
No, it's not. That is certainly not deluxe.
And the questions repeat.
I want to see this. Deluxe, he should try to sell me on a reverse mortgage.
The questions repeat, which sucks. I played one game and then I went back because they give you the option when you're starting the game. They're like, how many players? 1. Okay, 1. And then they ask you, how many opponents? And it's like,
1.
Yeah, you can just
let's see.
You can just play by yourself. You can just play by yourself.
Oh.
And so when I tried that out,
you're in Alex Trebek's sort of. What's his name? The sexual, the horrible sexual harassment monster from the Today Show, Matt Lauer.
Oh.
Alex Trebek's own little Matt Lauer basement where it's just you and him playing Jeopardy.
Yeah, I mean, look, you might be into that.
There's a button that locks the door.
But it was like, yeah, it sucked because it was like, oh, it repeated 2 categories from my previous game. Well, let me see if the questions are the same. Oh, they are. The questions are the same. So they didn't change the questions. They give you the option when they give you the categories. Mm-hmm. They're like, if you don't want these categories, hit select. And they'll give you new categories.
All right, that's nice.
It's nice, but it's like, I don't know. Look, I'm not a computer programmer. I don't know the answer to this question, but it's like, I feel like you might have been able to fit more questions into that game.
Man, that eyebrows animation, man.
But in Deluxe, they
But
remove
in
it.
Deluxe, yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know how many questions are in Deluxe.
I don't know. I honestly think that they probably could have. I don't know why they didn't release a Jeopardy game each year. I don't know. Like, I guess, why didn't they do the Madden thing?
Yeah.
Jeopardy 92, right. Jeopardy 93, Jeopardy 94, where it's like, same fucking game, different questions.
Pretty fucking cheap to produce, surely.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if
one person could have made it.
I don't know if they didn't sell well enough. But then again.
But they keep making them.
Right. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe Data Tech just didn't. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they couldn't get the license back. Who knows? I don't know. I didn't look into the development history of this game because I wanted to talk to you guys about cam models.
and shit. And
shit. And I brought a package.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I brought a package. You like to do a package?
Yeah, let's save it for next time.
You want to save it?
We're already over an hour in, so.
Well, we got like an hour more.
I don't know if I do.
This won't take long. We can save it if you'd like.
Yeah, I would like to save it for next time.
All right.
Get so we can spend some more time on it, try it.
Okay.
When I'm not melting to try it, to eat something salty right now, I do not want to do.
Well, you assume it's something salty.
I saw potato chips.
You looking in the fucking package?
It's on top and it's open.
I brought that. Those are my
okay.
Pringles from home, which means we ain't trying those
well,
fucking next week.
You don't like them, so they're for me.
No, I haven't tried them yet.
Okay, that's like, I like to try new Pringles. If I don't like them, I give them to Tyler.
No, Nikki brought them home, and she's like, I know, because I know you gave Tyler those nasty garlic chips.
I ate them all. I like them.
She's like, I figured you guys could try this on the show, and it's like, awesome. But now I'm going to bring them home and eat them at home.
I gave one of those garlic Parmesan to Kenna, and she made a face like I hit her in the mouth.
She didn't like them. She's not a fan.
I ate every one of them.
Yeah, Henry definitely looked betrayed when we gave him one. Well, you give it to him, and you're like leaning over, like, oh man, he's going to fucking hate this. Let's get right in there.
Well, do you have any achievements for the Jeopardy series?
I have a few achievements that Twitch chat came up with. The first of which is coming from Poor Swine, Double Jeopardy. In order to unlock Double Jeopardy, play this game after being falsely jailed for murder, serving your time, and then finding the person you were in prison for killing and actually killing them safe in knowledge you can't be charged with the same crime twice.
All right.
Second achievement comes in from Plinko Nick. God, I love that name.
It is good.
Fuck.
You did a good
God,
job
I
with
love
that.
name.
You did a very good job with that.
Man, Nick is so. I hope he's grateful for that nickname because that so was going to be my thief's name in UO. If he was like, nah, I don't want it, but he's smart. It was like, that's Plinko Nick. Plinko Nick. That's a good one. It's a keeper. Plinko Nick has the achievement Cliff Clavin. And in order to unlock Cliff Clavin, bet all your money on Final Jeopardy and answer incorrectly. Which, since I was cheating last night, I definitely bet all the money on Final Jeopardy. But we got it because
Nice.
actually I think I knew that one anyway, which was like a real fucking. It was not Sports Edition. It was Shakespeare. Something to do with Shakespeare trivia, and it was like softball, Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, okay.
Softball.
Yeah.
What city does it take place in? And I only know it because of Romeo plus Juliet.
Oh, okay.
My fair Verona.
Oh.
I think that's how it like opens, and it's
All
like
right.
the opening I've watched 15 times. It was like John Leguizamo at the fucking gas station and shit. So, third achievement from Lady Sorceress Teal. Racial slurs via Deluxe Jeopardy. In order to unlock racial slurs via Deluxe Jeopardy, make Alex Trebek say Jep. Do you have any achievements, Tyler?
See, I've got one. Alex Trollbeck.
Nice.
And that is where you get all your answers wrong and end with at least negative $50,000.
Ah, okay. Is it or negative 3 goats? You go under the bridge. The Alex Troll asks you questions. For each question you get wrong, he takes a goat.
It's pretty good.
It's the same troll, right? In all the fables?
I would think so.
From like what was that? Billy Goat
Gruff.
Something like that? Mm-hmm. It's probably the same troll.
Which they have a good Billy Goat's Gruff thing in the Dresden Files.
Do they?
Yep.
I like that.
All the fables, all the grim fairy tale shit is all real.
Yeah.
So like,
oh, I know, brother.
Yeah, Mab.
You're preaching to the
Titania,
choir. Of course, it's real.
Yeah. So all the Billy Goat's Gruff that Dresden pisses off and has to systematically fight everyone, and the next bigger brother is
Billy Goatsy Gruff.
Worse. Yeah, Billy Goatsy
The
Gruff.
worst. It's the worst.
Master of gravity magic.
He would have defeated him earlier, but he thought it was a portal.
Yeah.
I love that achievement. I love thinking about trolls.
Yeah, and Billy Goats.
And Billy Goats. Oh, yeah, I do like thinking about Billy Goats. You asked about UO stories earlier.
Yeah,
I think I'd like to tame a goat. I can do it. Take him to a dungeon. Level him all the way up. See what happens.
Just see.
Just see.
Yeah.
Here's my level 10 goat.
Are there buff spells in UO?
Yeah.
So you can max them out and buff the shit out of a goat?
Yeah, I mean, it still wouldn't be viable. It'd be funny to kill somebody with a goat, though. Maybe that's what I do. Just wait.
It's more about the funny shit, really.
Just wait outside of Moongate for like someone from Shelter Island, the beginner zone, to come out and just fucking all kill. Like 5 goats swarm a dude. Actually, that does sound like fun. Okay, maybe I'll do that.
I was killed by Goatsy. Master.
Well, it'd be goat A,
The
goat
taming
B,
goat
goat C.
sorcerer.
Yeah, I like the goat sorcerer. I'm going to make a new character. I make a new character every week. I do. It's
pretty good.
I make a new character every week. It's something.
I only had 3 back when I played.
Tyronius.
Tyronius was my main,
The
which
cook.
was just all sort of
Fishman.
skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fisherman.
It's all skills, baby.
Cooking, carpentry, clothcraft,
Yeah, tailoring, yeah.
tailoring. What else did I have? I think that was about as far as I got. Then I had Orlando, who was going to be
Nice.
my witch hunter.
Orlando Bloom.
Exactly. Exactly. And then Hardeezer Quiznos, which remember one time we were going out to eat and
I forgot about
my friend John was like, well, what are our options? And I said, Hardeezer Quiznos. And he said, that's a good name. So then I made Hardeezer Quiznos.
I mean, he wasn't wrong. It is pretty good. It just depends of like I normally fall on the range of like more realistic or like more fantasy names more often than not.
I think I had also made Niel Shine Best, who like I don't know why that popped into my head. I think I looked up what was
Sounds like a gnome.
another name for like light or gold or something like that. I think I was doing like fencing and jewelry making, or what is that like
Tinkering.
you can
make
maybe
jewelry with tinkering.
I think it was tinkering mining, and then I had like some I don't know what my premise was with it, but then later on I carried that character over to my first D&D game, that he was the ancient gold dragon.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very cool. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I love how like UO like has seeped into your D&D games in more ways than one.
It's true.
So
Just wait till I make that dwarf king Hardeezer Quiznos.
I guess that does make sense. Well, yeah. Man, you could do a whole like big family history on that. Like the clan Hardys and the clan Quiznos like united over marriage centuries ago.
the child produced of them, the first great king.
Yeah. But they're still like they're united, but they're still very proud of whether they came from like House Hardys or House Quiznos. Like their city is kind of like it's segregated for the most part. You know what I mean? The Hardys people keep them themselves. Quiznos folks, they keep them themselves.
Yeah. Free trade, but you know where you're at.
Right, yeah, exactly. But man, the fun is when those bloodlines mix. That's the fun. Do you have any more achievements?
Nope.
All right. I got some questions for you.
Yes, please.
Tyler, I want to know if you were to buy this game, Jeopardy. We'll do all 3 of them. Don't worry. If you were to buy
good.
Jeopardy, yeah, I could tell you're really very concerned. We'll
Good.
do all 3 games. If you could buy Jeopardy loose, on average, how much do you think you'd pay for it? Not the television show, the Super Nintendo.
$350.
Tyler, actual retail value of Jeopardy loose for the Super Nintendo, on average, according to PriceCharting.com, at the time of this recording, is $5.23.
Okay.
You were close, very close. You can get a new copy for $20.57.
Okay.
Better than I would have thought.
Yeah.
How much do you think for Jeopardy Sports Edition?
$3.50.
Very close. $3.87 for a loose copy.
All right.
I'm noticing a pattern here in your answers and in the actual answers. Yeah. What do you think Jeopardy Deluxe Edition goes for loose?
$7.36.
It's the lowest. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Surprises me. I would have thought it would have been middle. Honestly, I would have thought anything like sports collectible, I feel like would be high. But then again, this isn't like licensed by the NFL or something. Yeah. So, but Jeopardy Deluxe Edition on average loose is $2.11.
Damn.
Do you think any of these games are worth that much money?
Deluxe Edition for $2. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. Totally. I even think the regular, I would buy it for $5. Could probably get a night of fun out of that for $5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sports Edition,
not so much.
No, not a fan. Tyler, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give this the colorful, fluty beard of Naming Way from Final Fantasy IV.
Wow. I like that. Why? I like Naming Way.
Because Naming Way, like, Jeopardy's not bad. And like Naming Way is like, you may have a use, you may not have a use. It's a fun little thing that's barely a little blip. You can enjoy if you want to.
Okay. Very interesting. I like this. And you get to name your character in this game, in the Jeopardy games. So I guess there's that, too.
Like your guy Honk in his ski-free sweater.
Yeah, man. The people you can play as are pretty sweet. I played as the dad from Alf, wearing his "If Boys to Men Were in Ski-Free" sweater. That's what he's wearing. Thank you to Paul Korn for that ski-free reference, because he nailed it. He's like, yeah, it is a ski-free sweater right there. Yeah, the characters were interesting looking. You can say that, except for like in Deluxe Edition, where like two of the women look like they're cousins. They're wearing the same wearing the same outfit. Both of them, they're like wearing this red puffy shirt. They've got the early 90s hair. You know what I'm talking about. The fucking full on.
Yeah, the 80s ladies, shoulder pads, hair.
Man, what is that? What is a good... Who had hair like that?
Annie Potts in Designing Women.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, or Delta Burke for Designing Women, too. Because, like,
the sequel, Designing Women 2.
You know, I think that's streaming on Hulu now, Designing Women.
Yeah?
I used to watch that shit a lot.
Yeah.
That same year that I watched a lot of Supermarket Sweep. Yeah. It was a lifetime summer. Yeah.
It's fair. Everybody's got you got to have one.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, I can't remember Annie Potts' hair. She wasn't short in Designing Women.
Well, it was long, orange, and tall.
All right. Well, yeah, that's definitely this hair. And then they essentially changed. Well, they made one big. They made one woman bigger than the other woman, and then they changed her face.
Their eyes look off slightly differently on the side.
Right? Yeah, correct. Slightly so. Yeah. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would it be?
I would give this the dark sunglasses of the kid from the Mushroom Kingdom who plays the Game Boy in Mario RPG.
Wow.
That you keep talking to him and he'll go, oh, I messed up. But later in the game, you can buy his Game Boy from him and play this Beetle Blast game. So again, sort of like Naming Way, this fun little thing. You can forget about it. It's not a big deal. It's a fun little side, interesting thing. You can do it if you want to. If you don't, not a big deal.
Man, I like these beers and glasses. Yeah. These are very good, beers and glasses. I'm a big fan.
I thought about them.
Yeah.
I didn't just make them up on the spot. I thought about them.
I like them a lot. What do you think? Do any three of these games belong on TADPOG's Top 100 Super Nintendo games?
Family Feud's better than all three of these. So no.
I agree.
If we were to put a game show game on there, it's not any of these.
It's not going to be any of the Jeopardies. I'm curious if there's a Wheel of Fortune game for the Super Nintendo. I feel like there has to be.
I bet there is. I would hope so.
I'm going to consult the...
Good call.
I'm going to... Flopsy, I fucking missed you. Jesus. It was super nice seeing Tyler after 2 weeks, but Flopsy... right. The Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998. Let's see if Wheel of Fortune is in here. It's probably under like Super Wheel of Fortune or something. Never going to find it.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune featuring Vanna White. Also, Wheel of Fortune Deluxe Edition. Yep. So we'll get there.
We'll get there, yeah.
Which is better, Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy? Just the game shows, not the games. Obviously.
I like Jeopardy more than I've never been a big Wheel of Fortune guy.
Yeah.
I think I was as a kid, but like now I'd definitely rather watch Jeopardy.
I like Wheel of Fortune still. I just like puzzles more than trivia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's fair to say that I think the word puzzles in Wheel of Fortune are pretty easy.
Yeah.
But it's still like, it's all about like, how soon can I figure the puzzle out? And then it's like, okay, I've got the puzzle figured out. Does this person spinning have the puzzle figured out? Like that's fun.
Yeah.
Like trying to gauge like, does this person know what they're doing, or are they just fucking spinning that wheel?
Clearly they have. They better not get on bankrupt.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do like that. I do like
What
that.
word is the final one that does not contain the letters R, S, T, L, N, or E?
R.L. Stein?
And always what I thought about.
I know. Same here. Goosebumps, baby.
Because like how unfortunate or lucky then is the person who R, S, T, L, N, E, and it's like half the letters.
I know.
It's like, well, who does that? Why
Right.
would you do that?
Right. Yeah, it seems like it would need to go through a board.
Yep.
Right? Where
I
it's
feel like
like
it should be different every time, where you only get like one or two.
right. Yeah.
Like it's not some weird luck of the draw. Like they pick those words.
right. Yeah.
They pick them. They don't have their own version of the randomizer, just spitting out letters for this concrete static set of letters.
Well, they don't have a Donnie Jeffcoat bat.
All right, they don't.
What are they going to do?
Well, speaking of that,
Yes? Would you like to do
you want
this?
me to go back to the Donnie Jeffcoat bat or the batter up bat? Which one's giving us better results?
I honestly don't know. I don't know which. I haven't been keeping track of which has been giving us. But you want to use both?
Well, how about I use batter up, and if we get a repeat game, then I'll switch back to this Donnie Jeffcoat signed Louisville Slugger.
Okay. Wait, I thought Donnie Jeffcoat signed both of them. Is that not right?
Our lore's too deep.
Well, just look at it. You got it right there. Look at it.
Oh.
What's that? Oh, it's Ray Liotta. Fuck.
Oh,
it's Ray Liotta.
You're right. It's Ray Liotta. Ray Liotta
Fuck.
signed batter up
Shit.
peripheral.
He gives
and
us-
Donnie Jeffcoat signed Louisville Slugger.
Ray Liotta gives us the bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have facts.
He knows we would turn it against him one day, so it's got to be soft and coated in foam.
Is he wrong?
No. I know he's coming for us.
Of course.
I know. I love him, and he will be the death of me.
Have you seen that movie Ray Liotta Follows?
Or that sequel to Stephen King's Thinner called Leota. Leoter.
Liotta. It sounds like my
And they slowly turn into Ray Liotta over the course of the.
Liotta. Sounds like something my granddad would have said. My granddad had this tendency of like if something ends with an A, it's automatically an ER. It's like the opposite of like what I do, where it's like if something ends in ER, I shorten to like or something like that, like killer, something like that. But he like my sister's name is Dana. Fuck, man, my granddad is dead, and like still to this day, and it's like Daner. Daner, will you grab that?
That's good.
So,
Yeah, just like my grandpa. You watching that Roy Liotta film? I hate Roy Liotta.
no ordering. You see the sign?
I'll
shit.
take our Ray Liotta signed, batter up peripheral, put one in on the ground,
Yeah.
one in my head, touch the other end, and I'll spin in a random circle.
Do it,
So
baby.
my no-no hole's pointing in a random direction. Say the prayer we all love to say.
Do it.
Beep-toop, boop-toop, beep-toop, boop-toop, beep-toop, boop-toop, beep-toop, boop-toop, boop, boop, boop. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, stop.
I miss praying with you.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I did
was
like
really
doing
good.
remote
That was good.
praying with
Yeah.
you. Also, I like to.
Am I the only person you've ever said that sentence to?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that it is. I mean, it's even as a child, it wasn't like normal for me to pray with somebody. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like raised Catholic. I prayed in church. You know what I mean?
I'm going to make my own Boy Scout badge and sew that to my shirt.
Yeah, you should. I remember as a kid, like, I remember moving to different areas because, like, we moved around a lot. I remember moving to, and I don't mean any offense to anybody, but, like, I remember, like, moving to, like, say, this area. I thought it was so weird that people would, like, pray together.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I was a kid and, like, studying that, you know, all the Catholicism, like, and I don't know if this was just, like, my parish or what, but, I mean, it was, like, praying's a thing that is between, like, you and God. You know what I mean?
It even says so in the Bible to play behind closed doors, so you're not basically showboating.
So it was always
So I don't know.
weird to me.
People love Tim Tebow.
But yeah, I mean, but you look on the other hand, it's like, yeah, but if you no.
But like Joel Osteen's really rich.
Well, and I mean, it's a good way to like propagate the religion, isn't it? Like, you know, everybody's praying. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you should be living.
good.
You
It's
should
good
just be
for it.
a living example.
I agree with that. Much like we are.
Yeah. We're living the randomizer's word.
We are, in fact, living the randomizer's word. 719 out of 725.
Damn.
You're not going to need that other bat. We haven't done this
Oh,
one
the
yet.
new one. All right. Another wizardry game?
It is not. We're in.
Zoop.
Nope. We're in the Wise.
Huh.
In the Wise.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think there was a Wise Y''S game for the SNES.
I will give you there. I'll give you a hint. There is an apostrophe in this.
All right.
I'll give you another hint. I'm not going to be able to stream this game on Sunday due to technical limitation. I do not have a CRT television for which to play it.
Oh, shit. Is this a Super Scope game?
It is a Super Scope game.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It starts with a Y. The only reason I'm doing this is because I
was
know that you will get there.
Yogi Bear's picnic throwing party.
Fuck, God, I wish. God, I wish. You fire
the
Boo Boo
first
out of a
person-
bazooka.
The bazooka, yeah.
Yes! Nailed it. Fucking, this podcast is over. I don't mean this episode, this podcast. We're not going to top that. Jesus. It is 719 Yoshi's Safari.
Oh, fuck.
Which I wish I could stream.
Man.
If I had purchased all the things that Grimm told me to purchase, I could stream it. But pandemic happened, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend any money for a long time.
Yep. Yep, that's fair.
So,
On the precipice of unemployment, now that $600 incentive is gone.
yep, I'm just going to, I don't know, man, hold this money, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't been spending a bunch, but one day maybe I can get it set up so I can stream Super Scope games. I think that would be fun. So there we go, Yoshi Safari.
Yoshi Safari, okay.
So maybe we can play it together.
We'll
here on your
have to
CRT.
play it together on
Yeah.
the CRT. Yep, 100%. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Find the show on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify.
It's true.
Yeah, next game, Yoshi Safari.
Yoshi Safari. We need to get on Phantasmagoria. We need
yes.
to- yeah,
yes,
which
yes.
we've been paid to do already. We need
Yep.
to go ahead and do that.
Yep, you're right.
I've been putting it off because I don't want to play it, and because I want to stream it. And
May as well stream it this Sunday then.
yeah, maybe I'll stream it this Sunday so I don't have to worry about what to stream.
Yep.
Although I do know that we're currently voting on Discord for the game that the SNES game that we're gonna play in August.
Well, let me pull that up then.
You're gonna vote?
I'm going to vote.
All right, rock the vote.
Exercise my right as a member of the TADPOG Nation.
You should, man. And then once all the votes are in, it'll go through the Electoral College. There's some good nominations.
So what is that? SNES Club nominations?
SNES Club polls.
Polls.
We have True Lies, Super Mario All-Stars, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys, Terranigma, Clock Tower, and Super Mario Kart. Some of those games I have played, some of those games I have not played.
I'm going to say E, Terranigma.
Okay. Well, we try to keep these anonymous, but
Oh, well, that's me.
maybe you meant Yeez 3.
Yeez. The Kanye game.
I figured that's actually no surprise. I figured that Terranigma would be your vote. You've expressed
Rustle
multiple
my
times
jimmies.
that you would like to play that game.
I would.
I think Guitar Man Dalton nominated that one. I'm not positive.
Let's see. So we're TADPOG on Facebook.
Yes.
Episode announcements, memes, you know,
Yes.
general merriment
Yes.
and humor.
Yes.
But like that dank shit, a fan of the darker side of the show, the danker side of the show, TADPOG Nation. But are you a good boy who likes good ordered fun?
Then go to r/camgirlproblems
Yep.
and be silent and just watch and just learn. Stay in the shadows. Observe.
I don't know. I think they should weigh in and say why they have these problems.
I'm curious. Like, it is such a fun subreddit because a lot of it is like when I'm watching Wheel of Fortune, where it's like, does this person know the solution?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I never check out any of the, I don't know if I never see anyone post their streams either, which makes it feel like this is like a real community. Like, this isn't like trying to promote their thing.
Yeah,
Like,
of course,
this is like it feels like a real thing. And it's like, this is interesting as fuck.
Okay. What else do we do? bit.ly/TADPOG podcast. Is that what's the URL for Discord and get it wrong again?
bit.ly/TADPOG Discord.
TADPOG Discord.
And then you can join the Discord and vote on what the SNES Club is going to play
Yeah.
for August.
Let's see, our shirt URL is back up, or are we
Shirts.
doing that through Redbubble?
Shirts.tadpog.com.
Okay.
We'll get you to all the shirts except for, I haven't added Jonathan Wilson's Soda Jerk shirt yet. I meant to this week, but I slept a lot instead.
You need that.
So I will do that though. So look forward to that happening. It's a fucking wonderful design.
That's such a wonderful. Yeah, it's so great.
It's amazing. And then if you want to get a mask, a Tadpog mask, which I know several people have.
Yep.
So thank you if you've purchased a mask. You can get that.
If enough people get them, we should redo the Tadpog Nation picture quarantine edition for everyone.
Oh
in their
yeah,
mask.
just with the mask.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing a bad job. I haven't been saving the photos of people with their masks. You can get a mask at masks.tadpog.com.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Do you want to send us something? We have a package waiting over there, but I'm sure we'll need more if you want us to not talk about shitting stories again.
I have a feeling people will probably enjoy
probably
that.
like that, yeah.
Maybe not the people, maybe not the new people from the Jeopardy stream,
That's true.
which I did warn because like new people came in with, obviously female names, and I was like, oh, we get a little body, just so you know, it gets a little blue. Turns out they're okay with it.
Let's see. So that is Tadpog Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. And then I know, hey, my friend Mitchell is really into the show. He's been listening to a ton of it. And the other day he was like, is the number the same? I want to call and give you some old comments on your old ass episodes. It's like, yeah, 270-883-2555.
Excellent. So he has been posting comments on the page as well, because I sometimes approve those. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just sheer like laziness where it's like, yeah, I'll approve that when I approve everything else from like when Tyler has a link in the show notes and it's like, hey, you need to approve this. But like, okay, approve everything, including his comments.
So I remember Mitchell, his old name was, I feel like his AOL name or MSN was always Dark Side Blues. So I want to go on my friend Mitchell, who is now very much enjoying the show. I want to have Dark Side Blues Mitchell.
I think I met him once.
He's come to a few cabin parties. Yeah.
I haven't been to the most recent ones, but I remember meeting him. I can't remember what game we were playing, but I remember
something on the N64. Because I remember, like, you fell asleep and woke up, and he was still up, just there,
just watching me.
Yeah,
it was weird, but whatever. I get it. I'm beautiful. I honestly thought he was sleeping with his eyes open.
Also may have been true. Also may have been true. What else would we do? Tadpog _podcast on both Twitter and Instagram.
He didn't trust me. It was smart.
Yeah,
Smart on his part.
Trust no one.
It's like all the beds are taken. I have to sleep upright in this chair with my eyes open in case that guy I just met tries to pee in my mouth while I'm asleep.
Granted, that's the big joke of our ever cabin party.
Who got their mouth peed in this year? You know how I mentioned I haven't been recently?
Yeah, he got on your cheek that one time. That was it.
That's enough. I'm out forever.
So yeah, I think that's it. Oh well, not most importantly.
Yes. We have a Patreon.
Patreon.
Did you enjoy this? Let's face it. If you made it to this point in the show, you did. And if you want to show support, you can do that in many different ways. One excellent way, our preferred method, is you can donate on Patreon, patreon.com/tadpog. There are a lot of cool people who already donate there. I believe we've had some activity there this week, yeah?
Yes, we have. All right, so new donor, Fernando Benavides.
All right, excellent.
I believe. Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you.
And then a big jump up for Cthusiast Jeff Miners.
Nice.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff is in Twitch chat pretty much every week, which is super nice. So thanks for that too, Jeff.
I think we just have some executive producers to go through now.
We do. This show was executive produced by several fantastic patrons on Patreon. These are people who donate $20 or more a month. We've got Usurper Grimm, Steve Dixon, God Emperor Alex Pena, Coronavirus Savior Cubicle Monkey, Cousin David Galino, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Platinum member Brett Miller, Joseph Phillips, Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, the Eightfold Daniel Abernathy. I love saying that.
Yeah, dude.
Man, it just feels good. The cadence, like the number of syllables. The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy.
And there is, speaking Eightfold. Eightfold is from the Eightfold Rune, possessed by Uber, who is a character in Suikoden. So now the creators, some of the key designers from Suikoden, have left Konami. They're like, Konami won't do shit. They just want to do pachinko machines. So we're leaving, and we're going to make the spiritual successor to Suikoden.
And you kickstarted that, right?
I did.
How much was that?
So, because it's in yen, so for 4,000 yen, I got a digital copy of the game when it releases.
So that's probably like $40,
it's
maybe?
Like $38.76 or some shit.
Okay.
The name, I don't love the name because I'm gonna have to look it up right now to make sure I say it correctly.
The name is Gold Digger's Bread Box.
I love that.
Okay.
Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes.
Ayuden?
Ayuden?
Can you spell
Ayuden?
Ayuden.
Eiyuden.
Okay.
Ayuden Chronicle.
Paul Reiser. All right. So
yeah, there's that. It's on Kickstarter. Please go. It's already fully funded, but let's show them how much we want more Suikoden.
You were telling me about another one you backed that was like Chrono Trigger inspired too. Did you back that one?
I did. Let me pull that up.
Sorry, and fucking pull that on you out of the blue. Just people listening might be interested. I thought it looked cool.
All right. It's been fully funded, and they just pushed out another trailer that I showed Dave that was very good.
Yeah.
Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars, okay.
They're a Chrono Trigger inspired game from the same people who did The Messenger.
Yeah, which The Messenger is a game that I loved half of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and me not loving the other half of it is just because of my preferences in games.
Yeah.
Fantastic dialogue in The Messenger. Like if the dialogue in Sea of Stars is an iota of the dialogue of the writing in The Messenger, yeah, that's going to be, and that's a good fit for it too as an RPG.
Yeah.
And it was giving me Secret of Mana vibes when I watched it, which makes sense. It ties in with Chrono Trigger and all that. So yeah, very cool. Thanks for sharing.
Hell yeah. Let's see. You went through all the. I stopped you at Eightfold Daniel Abernathy.
Executive producer Dig Duggy.
Yeah.
Matt Gentle, a.k.a. Gentle G. Why does he Matt Gentle? I always struggle with that. Matt Gentile, Gentle G, a.k.a. Gentle G. Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dicked Pie Baker, Chris Vaughn. Pinball Archmage, Chris Edler, congratulations on your marriage. Zeus Laser, Drinksmith, Joey Webster, Sandwich Pope, Phil Hawkins, Master Cycle Baron, Kevin Link, Plinko Nick Price, Paper Chase Coburn, and Demented Lemming.
Hell yes. Thank you.
Which I know.
Thank you.
Demented Lemming, he's a big tabletop RPG fan.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully he enjoyed the extended segment of Blades of the Dark and
Murk
he Borg.
He's sane limbing. He enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I like Demented's good. Demented's fine.
So how do you even close this one out, Dave? Well, our theme song is Sycamore Drive. There's Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track from the show notes, TADPOG.com.
Yeah.
How do you even close this one out, Dave?
Let's close it out as Sean Connery.
Okay.
Because we didn't even bring up Celebrity Jeopardy.
You're right. We did.
Which is like, and it's probably because
Everybody else
bathed
did.
in it for years.
Yes. For so many years.
Turd Ferguson.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. The penis, my dear. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Which I should shut my mouth because guess what? Like a bunch of the achievements that came in, like the majority of them were definitely Celebrity Jeopardy
Most
ones.
definitely they were.
And it's like
I knew they would be.
And those were definitely funny. They just haven't come back around yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll get there.
Like the Borat stuff, funny.
Came back around.
Not funny for a long time.
Yep.
Came back around.
Yep.
Thank you, McElroy's. And then like we're just not there yet with Celebrity
Celebrity
Jeopardy. Yet. We're on the cusp.
At the death of Norm Macdonald, we'll get back.
Oh God, please, Jesus, don't say that. Fuck, man.
One day.
Don't, dude.
One day.
God damn it.
I know.
Fuck you.
He's a mortal man. Regrettably, I do love Norm Macdonald.
God.
Yeah. But like Burt Reynolds before him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, listen to Norm Macdonald talk about like his break from Saturday Night Live is amazing.
Yeah.
I fucking love it. And I love that he was fired from SNL and then came back to guest host SNL. That monologue is fucking fantastic because he's like, essentially says they fired me because I wasn't funny enough. And here I am hosting. So this is going to be a horrible show. Essentially. He says it way funnier than me. But it is like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. So, yeah. Love Norm Macdonald.
I loved he had a sports show on Comedy Central that I don't like sports. Thought it was fucking wonderful.
Oh, yeah?
Loved it.
Yeah, I didn't see
Lasted
it.
one season, got canceled.
No,
I was
that
sad.
sucks.
Thought it was so good.
That sucks. Look, I don't follow him. I don't follow everything that he does. But, I mean, as far as, like, material that I seek out, like, Norm Macdonald is up there for sure. Yeah. Love Norm Macdonald.
So until next time.
Tropical
Capricorn.
Oh, I
This is not an impression I've ever done.
It's pretty good. It sounds like you were allergic to shellfish and just indulged a little bit. A tiny bit.
I'm a self-obsessed mollusk. I'm shellfish.
Is it a Zoidberg joke?
Sure. Why not? Why not Zoidberg joke?
Hey, 2012.
Coming back around.
It's us again. It feels like I've just taken a shower. My hair, I've got a Jerry curl, I feel like. I'm letting my hair grow out, which is pretty good time to do it, I feel like.
It's a very good time to do it.
Because it's like, I only see you.
Do
Nikki
like
and
Brainy Gatsby and go ahead, just dye blonde just to see.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
Well, I mean Brainy Jr., not Brainy Gatsby. Melissa did not do that, so Brainy Jr. did that.
And get rid of this fucking salt that's in my pepper? Fuck no, man.
No, just the top then.
Okay, or just the back.
Perfect.
Just the back. I'm going to put it in a tiny Saban ponytail and dip
blonde.
it into blonde
Into
dye.
bleach. Just bleach.
Yeah.
Make it spiky.
Perfect. I'm going to give myself, like, if Joe Exotic had an alternate persona, that's the haircut I'm going to give myself.
Saban Exotic. I love it.
Saban Exotic. Man, that is good.
Start walking around with like belted khakis, a wife beater, and then A ponytail you've dipped in bleach to dye it.
I want to see episode of the hidden episode of Tiger King where Joe Exotic just has Gal from Final Fantasy VI in a cage.
He dyes a tiger green. He has both his husbands dress up like Edgar. And I don't know, Locke could be really...
I don't know if I prefer that or if I prefer what was Doc Antle. Like if he had his own like Final Fantasy VI sex camp. Come and cosplay as your favorite Final Fantasy VI character.
Rel is the only one he's paying any attention to. Grossly enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doc Antle would also be a pretty good scion in that scenario.
Hey.
Only speaks in Old English around.
Okay, that is fair. Hates machines.
Only rides around on elephants.
And by machines, I mean federal agents who don't want him to fuck minors. Allegedly. Allegedly, they don't want him to do that.
Allegedly. Allegedly, they don't like it.
Yeah.
We're not saying he does. Allegedly, the FBI don't like it.
Apparently, from what I hear, they don't like that.